Our spotlight speaker is Lela Christine. She's with SNG, Society 19 Group. Lela Christine is a brand creator, a digital media, fashion, beauty, and lifestyle living. She's a leader and an orchestrator of high-level success in the fields of digital technology. She's here to share with us how men and women can look inside themselves and elevate their businesses and their brands in the tech world and elevate their level of social media. Super excited to have her here with us today. So we welcome you. Thank you so much, Lela, for joining us today. I'm going to make you spotlight.
Thank you so much. You know what? I have them, the beautiful people coming in on my side. So should I accept them as well? Because I think it's asking me to accept.
Yes, I'll let them in right now. While I was talking, I wasn't able to multitask and
okay. I can do it. I can do it.
Yes,
okay. First of all, I just want to say thank you very much. And I am so excited. I mean, there are so many amazing people. I'm so used to like speaking to people, you know, on a public stage. And then with Zoom, I'm like, oh my God, Zoom, this is really cool. The first thing I was going to state is my name is Lela Christine. I don't put my full name because sometimes people mess up my last name, and I just said, whatever, I'm just going to go by my first and my last name. But my name is Lela Christine. I have been in this whole social media technology thing since we got started in 2009. And prior to that, I'll just give you a little backdrop about who I am. I was a fashion designer for almost from 1980, and I'm gonna tell my age when I say this, from 1987 up until 1998. I was in the fashion business, so I did CAD design. I designed for BCBG, Chorus Line, Guess. I was behind the scenes, fashion design, CAD design, computer design, and we would design clothing to put inside of Robinson's May at the time, May Company, and all the catalogs. And after my marriage, I transitioned, started working at KCET. I started getting more involved into the tech side of the business as far as television. And then from there, I was blessed to have Aaron Spelling's team open a door for me to work at Fox Studios. And when I got to Fox, there was a gentleman who came from England, and he used to come to the studio when I would work on the 21st floor of home entertainment. And they were talking to me about, this is what your responsibilities are going to be. And so instead of designing and doing clothes, I was on a computer a majority of the time. And I got introduced to the motion picture entertainment, you know, when they give you the R rating or the PG and all that. So I was the person that was responsible with a team of people. I think there was about like 5 or 6 of us to make sure that we have the ratings tied into home entertainment for video, because the time that I came into Fox Studios, just to talk about how I got into the tech part, it was kind of like, I was like overwhelmed because I used to sit around all these guys and they had all these Macintosh computers around, and they were really deep into technology and coding and all of those type of, you know, arenas that I really wasn't familiar with, but I learned. So with my, you know, pivoting my career from fashion into the 20th Century Fox environment, it was very heavy in technology with DVDs at that time. So we didn't do the online streaming back in 1998 and 2001 and 2. We were going from VHS to, you know, DVD, and DVDs were sold at Costco's and Walmart and however they placed them. So I was a part of the original team that was responsible with IMDb. My first question is, do anyone are you subscribed to IMDb through Amazon Prime? Yes, anybody? So IMDb, I was responsible with a team of people of putting, you know, information about the films. And it was a very generic process. It's not like how it is now. So anyway, long story short, that's how I got my start. If it hadn't been for the entertainment industry, working in home entertainment, I probably would not have got deeply involved as far as technology is concerned. And then, you know, once I left Fox Studios, I said I want to start my own thing. So I joined Women in Film. And then as I connected with Women in Film, I met many women that said, hey, you know, perhaps you should do, you know, public relations. And then from PR and marketing, I got into social media in 2009 at the same time that, you know, Obama was coming into office. So I had Diana Ross's daughter, Chutney Ross, was a part of my team to support me to create this online magazine that I was creating through iWeb at the time, called the Power Player Lifestyle Magazine. And quite frankly, it was just a joke. So I just wanted to do it because it was a truth or dare, being in public relations. And, you know, I started getting my little taste in social media. So there was a company called Alexa.com. Are any of you beautiful people familiar with Alexa.com? Alexa basically ranks websites. So it ranks you based on your content, based on how many people come to your website. So now we have Quantcast, and we have Crunchbase, and you have a lot of different, you know, ways of measuring people coming to your website, whether it's your nonprofit or, in this case, the different magazines that I own, because I own quite a few now. So long story short, we had to do social media. So I had to hire people from college to help me. So I broke down I had Power Player at one time was just like entertainment. And we had a little bit of technology, we had fashion, we had music. And I created this on iWeb, which is quite crazy because now we don't have that type of platform as far as all of our magazines. So with that, I got on Facebook, and I was like, okay, so I think they've been around since 2005 or 6. And they were talking to me, you need to get into Facebook and you need to promote your magazine. So that's how I got started in social media. But if I fast forward to right now, as far as the whole thing with social media, rather, and, you know, the state or the current state of how people navigate their content, their branding, that kind of thing, you have to be very mindful of how you promote your brand and how you promote yourself. I'll accept them. How you promote your brand and how you promote yourself. So with all you amazing people tied into drone technology, I was pulling some information and I said, well, maybe I should start with hashtags, because when you are in tech and you have a brand, whether it's a fashion brand or a beauty brand, or in this case, drone technology, I had noticed that I didn't see a lot of social media postings in LinkedIn and also in Facebook with, you know, drone technology, drones in general. So the first thing I did was I pulled up Rite Aid, and I actually put it inside of the public community, Right Tag, excuse me, not Rite Aid, Right Tag. So I'm not sure if you see there's a posting that's in the sidebar in the chat area, but I would like for all whoever is connected in this audience to go to Right, as in RITE, tag.com. When you go to Right Tag, it's a new world. Is anybody familiar with Right Tag? I just want to make sure. If you do, raise your hand. If you don't, that's okay. And I would like for you to pull it up on your screen if you are next to your computer and you're not on your iPhone. So Right Tag is a great way to measure how many eyeballs go into the world of your post. So meaning, let's say you take, you have something about your company with drones, and you put the picture, and then you put a little paragraph, and then you put these hashtags. Do you know which hashtags to use? So that's the first thing. So I would love for people to respond back. Like when you do any postings tied into drone technology, and I'm only talking about the drone, you know, anything tied into drones, whether it's drones for social media, drones for entertainment, drone technology in relationship to navigation or aviation, anything tied into drone technology. So Right Tag, when you go into righttag.com, you're going to go into this window where it looks a little foreign, And what I want you to do is type in the word drone. So when you type in the word drones, what do you see? So I'm just going to call on anyone because this is something that's really important. Let's see, Desi, did you pull up righttag.com? Okay, can you hear me?
I can. Sorry, I had
Okay.
to unmute myself, but yes, I did.
Okay, great. So when you pull up Right Tag and you type in drones,
Yeah.
what my question to everyone is, what do you see?
Hashtag drones.
Right.
And drones.
So,
Hashtag drones.
Space, UAV, air, all
Space,
kinds of stuff.
UAV. Yep.
okay.
It too, babe.
So when you see this, these are the most popular hashtags that you can use on Twitter and Instagram. You can also use these on Facebook and also LinkedIn. So this is a guide for you so that when you decide to do any hashtag tied into your company or your business, you use this as a guide. So that's number one. Number two, what are the most beneficial hashtags to use when you do a posting about your company, about the technology behind your company? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy and paste, and I actually put together the right ones that you can use whenever you do a posting on any of your platforms. So right now, I just put a list of hashtags. And see, what takes place is this: when you go to Right Tag and it tells you, let's say the potential is 87,739 eyeballs, because when you see the eye in Right Tag, that's actually how many people will visually see your hashtag with whatever it is that you promote as far as your business is concerned. So it doesn't matter if you have drone technology, if you're in fashion, if you're in beauty, you have to have the right hashtags. You have to have the right words so that you can get more eyeballs on anything tied into your business. Now, just as I'm introducing this, I want everyone to play around. I want you to sign up for this. I would say right now, before you sign up, because they have a fee involved, just enjoy typing in words and seeing, how it's ranked. Is it ranked high? How many eyeballs, are on my particular word that I use? And then all the hashtags that I sent and I put in the chat box, definitely copy and paste them and use them because they really support and they will help you. The one thing I was going to share in relationship to, women in drones, you have to start using the hashtag women in drones and use that hashtag. So you take hashtag women in drones and continue to use that, because what happens is, let's say if everyone in the house today that's on this call uses women in drones and you continually use it every day, you're going to start getting ranked on Right Tag. Do you understand what I'm saying? But if people are not using women in drones when they do their posting on Facebook, on LinkedIn, Twitter, then people don't know you exist. So that's what I was going to talk about, because I went to your LinkedIn page and I was like, okay, so right now, because I was looking at all of the different organizations that are not just women in drones, but anything, inclusive as far as drones is concerned. And I said, okay, so they have about 1,000 people, about 1,300 people. And when I go to LinkedIn right now, if I give you the actual numbers, because I had to pull them from another database, LinkedIn has over 706 million people on LinkedIn right now. And if you break down out of 706 million people, almost a billion, how many people know about women in drones? So how are we going to get at least, how can I say this, 1 million people to actually understand more about your organization so you can get more members? So there's ways that you can do this, and you need to use your hashtags and also join many groups that are outside of women in drones so that you can educate a lot of the women's groups that are involved on LinkedIn about who you are. Because I may not necessarily know how to build a drone, create a drone, but I might be interested enough to join the organization, because I did join Women in Drones, and I have to thank Samantha for that. And Samantha, if you're online, thank you very much. So me joining is a way of supporting, you know, and I said, okay, from a financial standpoint, I'm a woman, I support women. I love everything that is tied into what we do. So I'm going to support them. But the question is, and this is the reason why people hire our organization, because I have a team of people that work with me as far as social media, is how many people do you want to attract from LinkedIn? Because you have about 706 million people right now. And I don't think 700 million people know about you. So using your hashtags that I gave to you, and, you know, studying right tag, and then having succinct, how can I say, short paragraphs to, you know, you may have a posting that says women in drones, technology, join us, right? And then you'll put your website. And then after you use your website link, URL, after that, you do your hashtags. After you do that post on LinkedIn, the best thing I can share with you is put it on Twitter, put it on Facebook. You know what I mean? Put it on all your social media platforms, the top. You know, the top ones are number one, Facebook, you have Instagram, you have Twitter, and then you have LinkedIn. LinkedIn is very powerful because it's about business. But when you post that little bitty post with your picture that talks about women in drones and how amazing you are, you should also go into LinkedIn and connect with all the women's groups that you could possibly connect with, join, and put that same information in there to build up your membership. That's something that's really important. Now, the other thing, which Samantha, I have to thank her, because I'm good with, you know, LinkedIn and Instagram and Twitter and all that. You know, that's the basics, because those are the top, but you have some newcomers to the audience that are amazing. And I was looking at some drones on TikTok. So you may have to go to TikTok. So my question is, how many women and men in the house are on TikTok? Can you raise your hands? TikTok. Okay, so
I am.
okay, thank you. So TikTok is absolutely amazing, and also Clubhouse. Now, let me tell you the difference between TikTok and Clubhouse. And I had to get, as they say, schooled up, you know, so I can understand everything. TikTok is a platform where people promote it, really ABC, NBC, CBS, all of the talk shows are doing little skits and you know, whatever they do on TikTok. So they're getting all these views. So now TikTok has a platform where you can actually get involved and be a, you know, an influencer. So we need to have someone from your organization or everyone be an influencer as far as drone technology is concerned. And I think that's really important. And you can use, you know, like hashtag drones, hashtag FYP, which is for your page, and then hashtag news. So I think that all of you beautiful people, if you have a product that's tied into drone technology, you should start a TikTok page. You don't have to put your face on there. You really don't. You can if you want to, but you can actually take, you know, a new drone technology, a feature or whatever, and you can just show the drones flying and do a little, you know, something fun with your video just to start educating people on what it is and who you are. And you can also promote the organization, you know, as well. So TikTok is something that's important. Nonprofits are getting involved. They're promoting their business. And what I'm stating is TikTok has a lot going on. They have people, you know, cooking, they're flying airplanes, they're in their cars, you know, voicing their political opinions. You may not necessarily want to get into the political thing. I see all those little things coming up as I'm going through my phone and looking at the videos, and it's some outrageous things. But in relationship to women in drones and those who are in technology, there's a way that you can use TikTok to benefit yourself and to benefit your organization, so that these young men and women, they know that you exist. Because once they know you exist, they're coming to your website. Your website, you know, starts getting hits meaning engagement as far as SEO. And then you can get sponsors and all kind of people tied into social media. So that's the other part I want to talk about. Social media is important because once you have over 10,000 people following you on LinkedIn, on Twitter, on Facebook and Instagram, I say 10,000 plus, then the other scenario that takes place is you have companies that may want to come and sponsor something or, give you money. And that's important as well. So whatever it is that you're doing, whether it's women in drones or the drone technology or whatever the case may be, people need to hear from you. They need to see you. So you have to have the hashtags involved. You have to tie in your alliances with TikTok and do TikTok for business. You don't have to do TikTok where you're sitting up there taking off your clothes and your shoes and your hat. It's not necessary for that. You just focus on the business aspect as far as what the message that you would like to, share with the world. Because TikTok, I love it. I mean, I really do. I just sit there and I look at the videos and I like them, I follow them. And sometimes you may have to do, have a little fun, in the arena as far as like women in drones. So it's just something to think about. Now, here's the other is YouTube. YouTube is, how can I say, it's a monster. I mean, because all of us learn from YouTube. So I would say start doing more videos with all the women in the collective talking about women in drones or doing something as far as YouTube so people can start learning more about your organization, the women, the men, the people. And then you take that YouTube video and then you can translate it to Facebook and also to LinkedIn and also to Twitter and then use your hashtags. So that's another way that we can know more about you, because what I want to do as far as Power Player Lifestyle Magazine is whoever writes your press release, I want to put it in our magazine, give me pictures, of whoever, you want, or the different types of drones you want me to promote. And I'll do that and just put it in our magazine, put it in our LinkedIn, put it in our Facebook, and then have it flow and go. Now, as far as Power Player Lifestyle Magazine, and I'm going into one of the worlds I've created, and I started it from a little bitty iWeb page. It's not on iWeb anymore. Seriously, I mean, we have a team of webmasters that are making some amazing things happen for the magazine 10 years later, almost 11 years later, excuse me. I would state, once I put that post about women in drones, you're going to see it take off, because people are interested in artificial intelligence. They're interested in drone technology. They may not understand it, but it will be up to women in drones to take the lead so that you can be the superstar on LinkedIn, so you can be the superstar on Twitter, so you can, and I say you, your organization could lead in more people and more eyeballs looking at your website and following you via social media. So that's the best way that I can, relay the message. And for those women who have businesses on the side, besides, being a member of Women in Drones, you should take it upon yourself to really think about how you can brand your company through LinkedIn and Twitter and YouTube and TikTok and, all the different, how can I say, there's so many different social media networks. It used to be the top 4, which was, YouTube and Facebook and Instagram and Twitter. And then if you go into the world of TikTok, I mean, TikTok has knocked everybody and shocked everyone in the past year, because people told me to get involved in 2019. I was like, what the heck is TikTok? And I just put it on my phone, because you have to join through your phone. And I say TikTok because we have ABC News reporters on TikTok with their own TikTok page. So if ABC, CNN, and TMZ have TikTok pages, then you should have one too. So I haven't seen any other women's organizations that are tied into drone technology on TikTok. So why don't you be the first? So that's what I could share. Another thing, I wanted to talk about is Clubhouse. Now, Samantha, I have to give it to her. As mentioned before, she had told me about Clubhouse, and I was like, "What is Clubhouse?" You know, because I'm dealing with not with TikTok. I'm dealing with YouTube and Facebook and Instagram. We have to buy advertising platforms for all these other social media, pages and sites, and then here comes Clubhouse. Clubhouse has been out for about a year or so. And Clubhouse is a place where I'm not sure if you have put women in drones in the mix and you want to set up a room so that you can talk about, drones and the technology, or how you can get new people to get involved. But that's another. It's all audio though. There's no video, there's no pictures except for the little picture that you put for your profile. And it takes a minute to be approved to have your own club. So the thing about Clubhouse is you have to be approved to have a club. Once you are approved to have a club, then you can have, a series of rooms and all. I'm still learning it, but I think that as far as Clubhouse is concerned, you may want to get involved as far as the organization and make sure you get approved so you can have your club. And the club you host all these different rooms, and you can just have all the beautiful people talk about drone technology on stage, because they have a stage where they have your picture and then you invite people to the stage, and then you have the population that's just listening, and then they raise hands in this little platform as far as the audio part. But and there's also something else. Twitter has something new coming out. Hold on just a second, I want to share this with you. It's called Twitter Spaces. So is anyone, do you know about Twitter Spaces? Anybody?
No,
Okay,
I've heard about it. That's
okay.
I do.
Yeah, so
I just learned about it.
All right, so I would say do some explore, Google, and learn about Twitter Spaces. And then there's something which I'm not a fan of it, because I think they're knocking off TikTok, is Instagram Reels. I played in it for 2 seconds, but I think TikTok is where women in drones need to go, because they have an amazing audience and people are always looking for something new. So that's just my personal. But TikTok, Clubhouse, Twitter Spaces, Caffeine, and Instagram Reels are the new kids on the block. And they're more focused on a different way of engagement. TikTok, I keep saying TikTok because I really like it. I never thought I would. I thought it was the strangest thing for somebody to call anything TikTok. But right tag, if I go back to that, right tag is going to be your Bible as far as hashtags are concerned. So
Can I jump in with a question?
Sure.
So is it possible to post in one place and it go across all the platforms? I've talked to Jennifer Pigeon about this and some of the techniques for that, but it seems time is money. So when you sit here and you're trying to post in all the different platforms, is it possible to make a post and schedule them to go to all of these different platforms?
You can. There's Hootsuite, for those who want to spend the money for Hootsuite. They have it set up where you can just, take a picture, write a little small post, put your hashtags in, and then you can have them all scheduled, and it hits your Twitter and Instagram. And Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, it just boom, populates like that. YouTube is a little bit different, when it comes to hashtags. I mean, YouTube is more meta tags, you know what I mean? So you have to put the right meta tags inside of YouTube so that you can, get people to engage as far as any videos that you have on YouTube.
Is it recommended that you do that, or is it recommended you separate them?
I say separate. I mean, that's my personal as far as YouTube, because I do things a little bit different. I have a team of people and I assign people to one to Facebook, one to, Twitter, one to Instagram, one to TikTok. Hootsuite is, to me, if you want to use it, I say use it. If not, hire an agency such as myself, and we get down and we do what we do, and or you can do it yourself manually. If you're not doing a lot of social media engagement and you post once a month, that really is not cool. No, seriously, you may want to put something about your organization at a minimum 2 times a week. I'm not going to advise people to post something every single day. Here's my shoe, here's my clothes, here's my, necklace. That doesn't make sense, because you see the young, I call them the youngins. I have, sons that are 20, and they're in it. Here's my shoe. I went here. I was running. No, it's not necessary to really get down into everything that you're doing every single day, taking pictures of yourself climbing on a tree or whatever. When it comes to the business side of women in drones, or in this case Black women in technology, or Witty, I would suggest that you post maybe 3 times a week from a business standpoint. Because what do you have to say every single day, every single hour that's going to make sense, that's going to be relative to what your brand is about? If you look at someone like let's say Amazon, or even Starbucks, when they come out with something new, they run a story, and for the week, they may have someone post something, twice a week or something like that. You necessarily don't have to drive yourself bananas trying to post, oh my God, I got to do Twitter and Facebook and Instagram and all this stuff, and I got to do them every single day. You don't have to. Just make sure that what you post is so powerful so that it'll gravitate an audience to come into your world, especially from a branding standpoint. Because when I focus on brands, I tell my clients, take yourself out the picture. Don't worry about trying to promote your skirt and your dress and whatever is going on as far as that's concerned. Focus on your brand. Focus on the content. What message do you want to relay to the audience to attract them to come to your website, to attract them to engage with you on all of your social media platforms? That's what it's about. That's it. No.
All right. Wow, there's
Awesome.
so much happening in the chat going on right now. This is just powerful, so powerful.
Thank you. Anybody have any questions?
Hey, Desi.
Yes.
Hey, Desi, this is Founce. I'm on the road. Could you save the chat session and email it to me, please?
I sure can. Thank you for joining us, Val.
Thank you. Thank you. Great session. I really appreciate it.
Yeah.
We appreciate you. do any of
Well, it just so happens I'm in need of your services at this time, so
Yes,
that's why I need to get your contact information.
Definitely. I'll give everything to Desi, and you'll have it in 2 seconds in a heartbeat.
I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so we were kind of talking about this in the chat room as well. When you listed all your hashtags, you had like, I don't know, 15 or 20 of them.
I sure did.
So at some point, somebody advised me that there should be a limit on the number of hashtags that you put on a post.
It's true.
Do you have some guidance on that?
I do. As a matter of fact, you should use as many as they'll allow you. Literally, like on LinkedIn, I can take all of them and go to town, but quite frankly, you should use at least 10. Just 10. 10. But okay. I wanted to do something special because I love your organization. And, and as I was looking at everything last night, I said, I'm not going to give them 10 hashtags. I'm going to give them more so they can incorporate these hashtags however they want. You may say, like, for instance, usually you always want to use hashtag drones because that's number 1. You see that has well over 87,000 eyeballs. So I would say definitely use that and use, the first 10 that I had used, and you can mix them up, but I would say 10 hashtags will, and if you really, let's say if you have a huge paragraph, like you're on Twitter and Twitter only limits you with so many characters. When you're posting something, you can limit it to maybe 6. Go between 6 to 10.
Do your hashtags count as in the amount of space that you have on Twitter?
It does. Twitter is the only one, and Well, Instagram, I think you can get up to 20 hashtags. Yeah, Instagram is 20. Facebook is unlimited. LinkedIn is unlimited. No, LinkedIn, I think you can go up to 25. And then Twitter is the one, if you just have a little sentence, you can probably put 20 in there. But you know, when you see that little red thing coming across and you can't push the button, that's your indication to state, hey, you have too many characters. You need to back it up. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'm going to throw this out there just based on the right tag that you had us do a search for.
Yes.
And I had no idea, but a hashtag that would work well for us is air. It has a lot of eyeballs. So who knew, right?
Right, right.
What is it, Desi?
It's
Air?
air.
Air. Oh, okay.
Air.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty.
Right tag.
I have,
Right tag is really
I have a
good.
quick question.
Yes.
I've got a hashtag, well, that I'm trying to establish because it really works for a product we're about to release. How do you go about establishing that when right now I'm the only individual that's going to use it? Just keep
Well,
using it, or
You
how does
have,
that go about?
you do have to keep using it. And I would say, you know, like for instance, when I started with one of the magazines, Power Player, I used to put Power Player, I used to do PP, and people were like, what the heck? And I would say, no, I think I'm gonna do Power Player Life or Power Player. So when I'm sharing, when it comes to your company, you want to have your hashtag not too long in characters, but you want to capture the person's attention and you want to continually use that. So you're right. Let's say whatever name of your company is, and you have a minimum of maybe less than 16 characters. You know, I don't know the name of your company, but yes, you can use, create your hashtag and let people start seeing it. But you may want to use your hashtag with, you know, the most popular hashtags. Like for instance, you may want to put hashtag drones and then use the top and air, since you said air. So drones, hashtag air, hashtag drones, hashtag air, hashtag whatever. Use 6 characters, and towards the end, you may want to put yours. And then put news after that. Because you want to use, don't forget, I forgot to put that in there. It should be hashtag news, hashtag breaking. So that's, you know, because you want the news to be on you as well. So after you use or create whatever your hashtag is that you're going to create, after that, you know, meaning the name of your hashtag, let's say hashtag power player, hashtag news, hashtag breaking. So close it out that way. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, understood.
Yeah, so you started with drones. You may go hashtag drones and use 5 of these hashtags, and then you may put your company name, hashtag my company name, hashtag news, hashtag breaking, because you're saying this is my news and it's breaking, and this is what I want you to be connected to, and I want you to come to my page. I want you to come to my website.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I can deal with that.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Does the order that you put them in make a difference as far as the ranking, or just you're telling another story within the hashtags?
Well, I mean, here it's twofold. So there are times when I may just start off with news, media, breaking, hashtag, and then I may have the subject matter, because whatever the subject matter is, you got to break it down. So if it's on drones, then you have to say hashtag drones. If it's on drones and aviation, you got to say hashtag aviation. You know what I mean? And then you can still have your name of your company. Put the name of your company towards the end, because you want to, because it's weird how SEO management works, but as soon as you start off the sentence, and then you have your URL link, you got to close it out with hashtags. So you got to make sure that the first one should be drones, you know, because this is what it's, you know, this is the subject matter. Because what happens is you have this little algorithm in the back with SEO, and it's like, okay, so what are we gonna do? We got to introduce this to people who are interested in drones, and then after that, you're like, it's news, so hashtag news, and after news, you're like, oh my God, it's about aviation, hashtag aviation, and then it's all about technology. You can use the word tech too. You can go hashtag tech, because all of this is technology. So when you look at right tag and you put in technology, for all of those who are looking at right tag right now, put technology in the search bar and see what comes up and see how many eyeballs. So this is up to you to kind of like play around with right tag, and you could create your own tags. You may say hashtag drones, hashtag technology, hashtag news, hashtag breaking, but before that, put your company name inside. You may just want to use 6, but use the most powerful 6 and go to right tag and look and see where it's ranked. Oh my God, it's ranked really well. And in order for your company to be picked up with right tag, you're going to have to be using your hashtag for the name of your company all the time. And I suggest take a, I was going to say a sheet of paper. In this case, take your Word doc, open up a Word doc, create your hashtags, and then always just save them. And you just copy, paste, put whatever that message is with your URL link, and let it just rock and roll.
Question?
Yes.
Oh, I have a really long company name.
How long? How long is long?
It's Linda Q Photography. It's that darn word photography.
Okay. Ooh, wait. Linda, we got to think about that.
Yeah. Can I do just Linda Q photo and that's still?
I think that's great, because once you put photo, after you say that, you can go hashtag photography, hashtag news, hashtag breaking.
There is actually another Linda Q Photography in Australia. She has branded herself as Linda Q Surf Photography. She does surfing stuff. So if I use that hashtag, that's probably going to benefit her a little bit too.
Well, you can do it where you can go hashtag drones. And let me see, let's do it this way. Hashtag drones, hashtag news, hashtag your company name, hashtag photography, hashtag tech, because you're in tech. And I'm just striving to back it up so that it goes back to you instead of to her.
Okay, good. Thank you.
Yes. Anybody else have any questions?
A little bit more about TikTok, because I actually have it in my calendar to just get to know TikTok. And yeah, do we use hashtags in TikTok? Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, TikTok is a whole new animal within itself, because they won't let you, they won't let you use as many hashtags as Twitter or Facebook or LinkedIn or Instagram. You can only use maybe 6 if you're lucky. But the thing is that it's totally different. You can't, let me see what you can't do. You can't have long hashtags. Everything has to be short, less than 7 characters, no, 8, because what happens is you only have a little bit of space. So you may say, let me see, let's say you have a new drone technology, right? And you're videotaping it real quick, because you have to hold your camera. You got to videotape whatever your skit or whatever your situation is, and they give you so many seconds. And then afterwards, you have to type in, I'm excited about drones, or whatever. And then after that, you put hashtag FYP, which is for your page. So they're totally different. You can't use all the hashtags that I gave you. You may have to say hashtag drones, hashtag news, hashtag FYP. And FYP is for your page, because I had to learn it myself. I was like, wait a minute, so how do I get people to come to, whatever we posted? You have to always use FYP or for your page, because for your page means it's about your page on TikTok. So that's something where, if you call me, I'll talk to you more about it, because you have to really be on TikTok and then start looking at other people's TikTok and seeing that everybody always uses FYP, hashtag FYP, hashtag for your page, and then they may put hashtag air or hashtag planes, but it's limited. And that's the part that frustrated me at first. I was like, oh my God. But you have to learn that TikTok is a different way of using hashtags. So you may just want to use hashtag drones, hashtag FYP, hashtag for your page. You'll see what I'm talking about when you set up your TikTok page. But everyone should have a TikTok, even if you don't put anything on there. Just go set up. This is your homework. Everyone, go to your phone, download TikTok, and whatever screen name you want to use. And this, just set it up for you first before you set up the one for your business. Because I have a phone that has the one for my business, and then I have my personal. My personal, I was like, oh my God, I've got to do video. So you may want to introduce yourself. You know what I mean? I was doing some wacky stuff. I was like, oh my God, this thing is crazy. But I would say go to TikTok, download it, put it on your phone, and just start looking at the videos just to see before you start promoting your brand, just to see, okay, I see what's going on, you know, because you have
So
to.
if we wanted to look up something, if I wanted to go on, if I go on TikTok and I look up, say, can I look up drones or drone training? Can you do that?
You can.
Okay.
You can. There is a search.
See what other people are doing.
Yeah, you can see what other people. Some people are doing some wacky things, though. Trust me.
I know. I've seen stuff on TikTok, and it's like, this is kind of like almost like pornography. Some of the stuff that goes on there when I'm like scrolling through, like the first, I just wasn't used to it. You know, I'm like, what the heck?
Well,
That's why I kind of shied away from it.
Well, don't. What you do is focus on the business part, because like when I first got started, I seen the wackiest stuff, and I said, what the heck? So what I did was I have another phone, and I just started putting business, and it's as soon as I registered as a business account, it's people talking about business. Hey, I got this business.
Oh, okay.
You know, so you may want to do the corporate account, so you don't. Sometimes you may get a little wacky, but just to stay on course, you know. So it's fun.
And can you when you hashtag, like, so if I'm going out and flying today, which I am, and I did a TikTok on a business, can I hashtag women in drones in there?
You could. I mean, if on TikTok we're talking about, right?
Yeah.
Okay, but remember, you
recommended or not recommended?
I recommended, would you as soon as you, let's say you may say, I'm flying today. That's all you can put on there. I'm flying today. Right. And then afterwards, hashtag, you know, women in drones, if you can get it in there, hashtag FYP, because you got to say for your page. Hashtag FYP. So
got it.
It's a trip, but you got to do it. Anybody with any other questions?
Okay, really quick, because I know we're almost out of time. But on mine,
wow, that went fast.
I know, great information. So on mine, I would normally just do Dronediva, but somebody had my Dronediva, so I had to do Dronediva Desi for my account. Can I still hashtag Dronediva?
You can, because it's no ownership. See, the thing about hashtags, there's no ownership unless you are MCA Records or BET or VH1, you know what CBS, ABC, you know, those, you don't want to really use that unless you want them to know about. Now, see, let me tell you how you can use ABC, CBS, and NBC. You can go hashtag your name, Desi with Drones, or however you want to say it, and you want ABC to know about you, and hashtag ABC, hashtag CBS, hashtag you know, BET, hashtag Fox, you know, and their team will look at it. Literally.
They're going down. They are going down.
Kim, I'm jumping out of my skin.
They're going down. Not like Speaker.
Yeah.
He's speaking my language.
Yeah. So even if you're cooking some food, so sometimes I remember I went to Whole Foods And I went to Sprouts and I was picking up these green apples and I said, oh my God, I love these green apples. So every time, and this is my personal Instagram, not my business, because I really don't show my face. I'm just usually about me, but I had my Instagram and I was just like so excited about these green apples. So every week I would go in and go, oh my God, I love these green apples. So I went and put hashtag Food Network, hashtag news, hashtag Sprouts. Sprouts their team came in and they said, hey, how you doing? We like your video. I was like, really? They said, yeah. So now their green apples are the superstar over here in Culver City because I said, look, their apples are beautiful. There's no scars, there's no marks. So guess what? Whole Foods started pushing the green apples in Playa Vista, how Sprouts is doing their green apples. Off of that particular tag I did about a year ago, running in the store every week saying, I love your green apples. So that's how you could just, get other people involved, get other companies involved, because they have social media teams that as soon as they see the hashtag, sometimes they go, wait a minute, let's check this out. So that's what you want to do. It's a fun thing to do, and you just let it do itself. Just once you promote or you do your posting, be real, be natural, and have fun with it, but always focus on the brand. If you're the brand, then make yourself the brand and make yourself the best version of the brand. If it's about drone technology or anything that you're doing, something new, innovative, as far as, creating a new drone that has whatever, it could be a fashion drone, let me know about it. But, just have fun and then keep it clean. I always tell people, because remember, videos travel.
That was excellent, right, everybody? That was excellent. Thank you. We usually only go 30 minutes, and I said that to you from the very beginning, but Desi and I are texting each other, and we're like, we gotta just keep on going, because I feel personally as a business owner, and we discussed this, like how my business has grown over the past year, one of the biggest challenges I have is social media, and then also, getting the person that I'm going to do it. So it's just because we wear so many hats. So, thank you so much.
And
that
thank
was wonderful.
you. I mean, because sometimes I think that, social media, some people, like one of my clients, they're like, Lela, I don't have time for this. I don't have time to do. I said, but I need you to set up your Instagram page. I said, even if you don't have time, you still got to take a picture, or you got to do some things, or take a picture of your product. If not, we need to take pictures, because we'll get in there and we'll start doing, for you. But you have to be recognized, and you got to let this big audience on Instagram and LinkedIn and Twitter and Facebook and Clubhouse and TikTok know about you. And you don't have to do it every single day, but at least once a week. Let people know that you exist, whatever it is. I'm talking about your business. I'm not talking about your personal. I'm not talking about you running around on the beach and having fun and doing barbecue bakes, unless it's your personal page. Sometimes I just have fun on my personal page. I may be putting lotion on and like, oh my God, and having fun, and you get 6,000 views. There's one of my friends, she's a fashion designer, and she had to pivot during COVID-19. And she said, you know what, I'm gonna come up with body wear. So we have a segment coming up with one of my Zoom meetings with body shapewear. And she also created a tee. So she sent the tee to me, and I put it on my personal Instagram. And I just had a hot cup of some tea, and I just did that Reels live on Instagram. And in less than 1 hour, I had 6,000 eyeballs on her tea, the green tea. That's a losing weight tea. It's called shape tea or some body tea or whatever. So what I'm sharing is the fun things that you can do that are spontaneous, that sometimes are not planned, are the ones where people are like, wow, I just love this. So those are the things to think about. Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Everybody's blowing up the chat. So make sure, Lela, that you definitely save that chat so you can see all the feedback that you've gotten.
Oh, yes, yes.
Important.
Yeah.
So thank you so much. Before Desi finishes up, I just want to mention super thankful that I had no idea what Society 19 was, and
Oh,
super
let me
excited
talk
you
about
came on, and okay.
All right, so just so you all know, Society 19 Group, the reason why I created, and I'm actually working with my attorneys and people right now because I want to do some bigger things. Society 19 Group, I launched this in 2017, even though I was a consultant supporting people with website development, SEO management, social media management. And last year, this website, I changed my website in September because it was more kind of like catering to just entertainment and the political sector. And I was like, no, I said, I want us to do more tech. So the Society 19 Group is a society of people who work with me, and they could be freelance. They work under my lead, and we focus on social media marketing, public relations for the tech business, and tech business could be related to drones, website development, working like for our mayors, because they need to have social media to control some of the things that are happening on their page. And we also create brands, it could be social media, active brands, things like that. So I will put all my contact information in, and I'll send Desi some information out to send to the group as to, more about what we do. So we're social media advocates as well, because we want to make sure that you're doing it right and getting the best results instead of just posting whatever. And, it doesn't have any value. You want to have value every time that you do anything tied into social media or public relations or tech PR. You want to hit home to a specific audience so that people, or corporations know that you exist and you have something valuable to offer. So that's what we do. And I'll put my website in and make sure that I post this. Hold on just a sec.
As he did that for you, so that's awesome. Thank you so
Yeah.
much. So coming up next week, we have Kim James with Aerial Works, and we also have the 13th. We have our own Linda Quackenboss is going to be on from Linda Q Photography, or as we say it now, Linda Q Photo. So great guests coming up. And let's help each other out too, like to hashtag and help each other out. I mean, that's what we're here for. And, as Zig Ziglar says, the more people that we help to be successful, the more successful we will be. And that's what it's really, all about. So we're in it together, and we're all pioneers and trailblazers and forward thinkers. So let's do it together. Anything else, Desi?
No, that wraps it up. Don't forget, put in your resumes, check out the fireside chat. And we cannot thank you enough, Lela. Thank you so much.
Yes, that was
Thank
awesome.
you.
Fantastic.
Yes, definitely.
Really good information.
Incredible. Incredible.
I put my information in there for everybody. I hope they can
Great.
see it. Gee whiz, it's a big
Yes.
ball.
Thanks,
Thank you,
Desi.
chat.
You'll see lots of thank yous on there, Lela. So have a great day, everybody.
I'll see you guys in Africa on Thursday.
Yeah,
That's right.
Bye.
okay. That kind of wraps it up.